Joined by the boys from One Bad Son. Guys, when I Googled you, it says Canadian rock band, always on tour. You're on tour again, so how's it going?
It's going good. I've got music out, and we spend a lot of time in the van.
Yeah, I'm getting that smell off you. I was just Speaking of new music, Raging Bull just dropped this month. What's the reception been like?
It's been crazy, man. We're excited about it. Honestly, a little surprised at how quick it's climbed the charts. It's our quickest charting top 20, quickest charting top 10, and it's officially our highest charting song. It's been a hell of a week.
It's a good time.
Yeah.
The Raging Bull connection with De Niro with the boxing, is that on purpose?
I mean, it's like a spiritual homage. It's more like the spirit of that kind of moment before a big event, like that kind of calm before the storm. You know, that's really what it's about.
So, for someone who doesn't know what to expect from one of your shows, what are we gonna get?
Well, here tonight, I think it's packed, sold out in something like 2 minutes. The radio guys are saying, but it's gonna be loud, good times, positive rock and roll music.
I'd buy that.
Yeah, I'm selling.
What I really want to know is what happened to Mr. Dicky Grouper.
I can't even comment on that. That's before my era.
Oh, that, yeah.
I just want to know. I mean,
our old van got retired at, I think, 600,000 K, and so a lot of our memorabilia from like the first 8 years of our career is locked up in there somewhere, sitting at my farm.
For good reason.
Yeah,
the first,
we
the
don't
first
want
8
it to
years.
come out.
Yeah.
I think it's one of those things where he's going to come alive one day, like, you know, kind of like a Chucky sort of thing, yeah.
Please, for the love of God, tell me that your debut album is a Big Lebowski reference.
Hells yeah, dude. Yeah, Lebowski's my favorite movie of all time, and we all kind of have become achievers, as they say. And kind of seem to fit the vibe of the music. You know, it's our first album was fairly aggressive, so the title fit, you know.
Well, ask me if I'm going to come to your show tonight.
Are you coming to the show tonight?
I'll be there, man.
Far out.
You guys also came out with a pretty awesome Talking Heads cover. How did that come together?
Yeah, that was a song that we just kind of started jamming live, and it's an interesting song because it obviously is the Talking Heads, but I don't know, when we play it, it feels kind of like one of our jams, you know.
So why that instead of your other van jam, Where Eagles Dare by the Misfits?
You've been doing like your OBS research, man.
I ain't no goddamn son of a bitch. You better think about it, baby.
We used to do Eagles Dare, man. We used to love it live. We used to kind of end a lot of shows with just that mayhem. But, you know, you always got to switch it up. We get bored with stuff, too. So I'm bored of Psycho Killer right now. So.
I heard a rumor about you guys that you were going to get T-shirts made of your faces on each shirt and see who sold the most shirts. Is that true, story?
We did that a long time ago,
yeah.
It
Who
wasn't
sold
a
the most?
competition thing.
I thought it was.
Well, it turned into one.
Well, who do you think won?
Hicks, probably.
I sold mine for a discount, though.
Hicks won because his were like $5 each.
So straight up, true or false, One Bad Son, is that an homage to the Macaulay Culkin classic masterpiece film, The Good Son?
Negative, it is not.
Damn it. All right.
Sorry to disappoint you.
I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed. So, Kurt, as an entertainment lawyer, are you officially the only musician who has a license to rock?
That's a... Yeah, yes. Yes.
And like when you go into a doctor's office, he hangs it behind him, behind the kit.
Behind the kit,
Yeah.
It's a certificate of rock.
Along with your urban achiever.
That's right, yeah.
So, you guys are from Saskatoon, right?
Yes.
Correct.
All right. So, is there any truth to the Simpsons quote?
You'll get enough drugs to make Regina look like Saskatoon.
That is another deep cut.
You know, I love Saskatoon. I like it a lot more than Regina. I'll just say that. You know.
Plus, we stopped trafficking drugs between those towns years ago. Like, we've actually started to make a bit more money in the band, so we could kind of lay off that.
You have a lawyer now in the band to help you out.
Yeah, I don't do criminal, okay?
We have a fan question, and this fan question goes out to Shane. I'm playing Shadowgate on the NES, and I'm stuck at a giant locked door with a giant skull above it. What do I do?
That's a deep cut, and I know who this is from. Because this fan and I used to play Shadowgate as kids. I don't remember what you used to do. You couldn't punch the skull, because I've tried that many times.
The masses just love inside jokes.
I know
man.
who that's from.
We wanted to nardwire you a little bit, so I have a present for you, and it's actually for all you guys. I'm hearing it's all about the hops at Paddockwood. Well, I was thinking we could try one of our own local beers.
Let's do it.
Giddy
It
up.
sounds awesome. This is our kind of interview. Cheers.
Cheers. To Man Yeah,
Yep, it's bitter.
I like that.
Bitter, delicate, robust.
Dances on your
That's also that's how our fans describe us. Bitter, delicate, robust. It's delicious.
What's next in store for One Bad Son? We haven't seen an album since 2014. Is that what you guys are doing right now?
That's the next thing, KD.
Yeah, we're gonna finish recording in Toronto in June, and we'll release the album hopefully like September. So it'll be 10 songs. We're thinking. We kind of went away for a couple years to really make sure this next album is where it needs to be. You know, it's been 13 years of doing this. Like, let's make an album that breaks us around the world. You know, so we've been writing our asses off and trying to write those international hits. You know.
Digging it. So it's time to call each other out.
Oh, you fed us the beer so we can get real now. And now we can get real. You don't know me. You don't know me. You don't know me, man.
You're not my real father.
You might be.
So who is the real bad son?
That's a day-to-day question.
I got some hypotheticals and call each other out. So who would only call their parents when they needed something from them?
That's a negative on all. We're sweet kids.
You guys are good kids?
We are sweet
Okay,
kids.
all
Our
right.
parents are the most rock and roll parents out there. So we,
Like all of our parents hang out and we do like Christmas brunch and stuff. And
That's nice.
you know, it's like, yeah, we got our families are super close.
we're working to get to the days where our parents call us for stuff.
All right, cool.
Sure,
That's
Dad,
nice.
here's 50.
All right, cool. Well, then, in that token, who mooched off their parents the longest?
I think we're all still mooching off our parents. So.
Yeah, rock and roll isn't quite as lucrative as people might think, you know.
So who was most likely to steal their parents' car?
Maybe Hicks. I'd say Hicks on that one. Couple times.
Well, you know, you're 16 years old, living in West Side, Saskatoon. It's the thing to do.
So who was most likely to sneak a girl into the room?
I lived on the farm, so that was a long way to sneak a girl in. Like, that's a lot of planning, you know, when the closest girl lives like 20 miles away.
She'd have to hail or like bale hay the next day. You know?
If we got choring to do, get up in the morning. So who's most likely to steal their parents' booze?
I did that frequently, but I'd always, and you know, you always fill up the bottle with water, like, you know. But then I got in trouble one time because, you know, my dad likes Crown Royal, and I'd taken so much and put so much water in that it actually froze because he keeps it in the freezer. And so once you get past like 20% water, you get busted.
The jig was up.
Curtis Allen Marvin Dahl. That's my full name.
So who was most likely to throw a big rager while your parents was away?
That's Adam Hicks all the way.
Guilty. It was awesome.
I think I'm starting to find out who the real bad son, the one true bad son is. And then the last one is who's going to get a call from the cops in the middle of the night?
Lived in the band.
Yeah, we all lived in the band house. It was a group effort. And the cops came over more than a couple times. So
I wasn't a lawyer yet, so I couldn't like protect us, you know, from the law.
What's the future hold for you guys?
Well, I think we get this record done, which, like Kurt said, is happening in June. And it's actually kind of cool because we're doing it in Toronto. We're going to finish it up there. So we get that thing done. We got lots of festivals coming up. And then I think it's a world takeover we were planning for the fall.
Yeah. It's,
Maybe late fall, depending. You know, depends. So we'll
Depending
see.
on if it's a leap year.
Yeah, you know. But that, honestly, man, we're just going to keep rolling, keep touring. You know, that title is still very active. We don't ever quit. So, yeah, that's going to be next always.